My name is Jon Royal, and I'm with the Center for Health and Harmony. This is the home of four-dimensional healing. And I want to spend some time today talking about one of the important aspects of four-dimensional healing, which is the concept of trauma. But first, let me kind of talk about what four-dimensional healing is. I've talked about it in some other videos, but I want to go real quickly here. We experience the world in four different aspects. Okay, all of us are aware that we're experiencing the world as physical. I can touch, feel, and all this sort of stuff. With that, I can smell, see, those sort of things on the physical level. But we also experience the world emotionally. We have emotions and we experience those. We also experience the world mentally. We have thoughts and concepts and ideas and beliefs. We also experience the world spiritually. Many of us have different ways of expressing that, but how we're connected to our higher power or God, divine being, whatever we want to call it there. So those are the ways we experience the world. And those four dimensions are important in also how we heal and live a healthy lifestyle. So that's why this is an important topic. So trauma is an important component of understanding that. We come equipped as a natural state in healing ourselves. We heal cuts, we heal broken bones, we heal colds, flus, all kinds of diseases. Even ones which are incurable, there are stories of people healing cancers and other kinds of things like that. So the natural state, from my perspective, and a four-dimensional healing perspective, is that we come equipped to heal. Now, what stops that healing process? And this is where trauma comes in. Trauma actually puts a blockage in the field where the trauma occurred, the level the trauma occurred, and stops the flow or diverts the flow around that. And so we begin to develop an aging and a less resiliency as we go through life. Let me give you a simple example. When we talk about trauma, most people think of things like a car accident or something like that. Or maybe somebody was physically abused or emotionally abused or sexually abused in childhood or something like that. And those are pretty traumatic situations which we understand. Well, trauma, from my perspective, is a much simpler way, and I'll give you a very concrete example, not very important. But say I'm 3 years old, and I'm out in front of my house, and I'm excited, it's a beautiful sunny day, I'm trucking down the sidewalk on my trike, and I turn the corner too fast, and I tip over, and I skin my knee. Okay, being a 3-year-old, what do I naturally do? I start crying, and I kind of pick myself up. But as I'm doing that, my brother runs up and he says, "Shut up, boys, don't cry." And since he's my older brother and he knows a lot more about the world and I think he's great, I stop my crying and I pick myself up and it still hurts, but I'm not going to act like it hurts, and I'm going to go in the house. Now, in this situation, I've taken what was a simple physical trauma, which would heal up in a very short time, and turned it into a trauma which is not only physical, but now I also have stuffed my emotions. And I also have a mental mislearning, which is boys don't cry. Those things are things which are going to have to be corrected in later life, or they're going to impact my ability to heal, because I've mislearned things, and I've stopped the process. Had I gotten up, cried, gone in the house, my mom would have probably brushed it off, maybe given it a kiss, put a Band-Aid on it if I needed it, handed me a cookie, patted me on the back, gave me a hug, and said, "Go back out and play with your friends." I would run out the door, nothing would have happened, and a week later the knee would all be healed and it would all be forgotten. In this situation, I actually have a possibility that I'll end up with a scar, because that's one of the ways the body marks and says, "Oh, okay, we got some business that's got to be taken care of back here." But certainly I'm going to have a contraction on the emotional level, I'm going to have a contraction on the mental level, where those things are not flowing the way they're supposed to flow. This will impact my ability to heal myself. And it won't be a memorable experience. I mean, a couple years from now, I won't remember any of that experience of skinning my knee, riding my tricycle. I won't remember I might remember that boys don't cry if I haven't corrected that between now and then. So that may be one of those ones that sticks with me. But I certainly won't remember the stuffed emotions that go along with that, except I may be a little less emotionally alive, and I won't know why. So part of what we're doing in four-dimensional healing is we're using the understanding of trauma, and then if we're going to restore health, and restore the natural healing process, what we're going to do is go back and release those old traumas. And we'll talk more about that in discussions we have about unlimited body and unlimited breath and how four-dimensional healing works. But I wanted you to understand the very simple concept of trauma to start with. So thank you very much.